Ever driven down a highway late at night with nothing but headlights and static on the radio? Now imagine this. You're alone, and a woman appears out of nowhere, smiling. Not like, hey, I'm friendly smiling. No. This is a wide, frozen, something is wrong with your face kind of smile. And she's just standing there in the middle of the road. Hey, welcome to FrightNote, where legends come to life, or at least chase you home. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell like you're trying to wake the dead. All right, let's get into it. So, Highway 99, if you've never driven it, let me paint you a picture. It runs all the way through California's Central Valley, from Bakersfield to Red Bluff. Sounds fancy, but most of it is flat land, empty fields, and that one gas station with suspiciously clean bathrooms. You know the one? Now here's where it gets weird. For years, and I mean decades, locals have passed around this one story. Different names, different towns, but always the same description. A woman, alone, wearing a white dress, standing on the shoulder of the road, smiling like she knows a secret you really don't want to find out. Let's rewind to 1986. A guy named Ray, long-haul trucker, was passing through Fresno late at night. He was headed north, hauling lettuce or mattresses, I forget which, but he swore up and down that just past Avenue 12, he saw her. Ray said, and I quote, "She was just standing there, barefoot, in the dark. I slowed down, rolled the window down a crack, and she looked at me like I'd already done something wrong." Naturally, Ray did what any logical human would do. He floored it. Because, let's be honest, you never pick up a hitchhiker wearing vintage Victorian ghost core outfits at midnight. That's not a rescue. That's a setup for a Netflix true crime documentary. Fast forward to the 2000s, a high school couple, let's call them Sarah and Josh, were driving back from a movie in Modesto. They were goofing off, probably eating Taco Bell, when Sarah screamed. Josh slammed the brakes. Why? She was in the road. Same white dress, same creepy smile. But this time, Sarah swore the woman moved, not walked. It's not ran. Just blinked out from one side of the road to the other, like a bad TikTok filter. Josh didn't see anything, because of course, the girl always sees it first. But here's the kicker. They kept driving, trying to laugh it off. 10 minutes later, Josh glanced at the rearview mirror, and she was sitting in the back seat, smiling, not saying a word. After that, the story exploded. Local Facebook groups lit up like it was Black Friday. People swore they'd seen her on mile marker 211. Others said she follows only people who talk about her out loud. Oops, sorry about that. Hope you're not driving right now. Folks even started using her as an excuse. Why were you speeding, sir? Well, officer, I thought I saw the smiling woman. You were doing 95 in a Prius? Exactly. I was scared. So, what is she? Some say she's the ghost of a woman who died in a car crash in the 60s. Others think she's tied to an old mental institution that used to sit near the highway. One guy online insists she's a time traveler who got stuck in a time loop and is just smiling through the madness. Reddit, of course, has theories involving shadow people, parallel dimensions, or even a cursed smile surgery. Because it's never simple. It's never just a ghost. It's always a demon who also invested in crypto and knows your social security number. Here's the part that gets under people's skin. She doesn't blink. Not once. No matter how long she stands there, no matter how close you get. That smile, it's frozen. Like someone told her to say cheese and then snapped her soul out of her body. And if you stop your car, she walks toward you. Slowly, barefoot, smiling the whole way. Some people say she disappears before she gets to the window. Others say she reaches for the handle. Reddit user going by Sleepy Driver 89 posted this. I was coming home from a late shift, passed through Tulare and saw someone on the side of the road. White dress, black hair, smiling. I thought I was hallucinating. Next day, my dash cam was wiped. Not just the footage, the whole memory card, like it never existed. Another post from Bakersfield, Castad. My daughter drew a picture of a lady in a dress with too many teeth. Said she saw her outside the window while we drove to Grandma's. Thing is, she was sleeping in the back seat the entire time. So, what do we do with this? Is it just an urban legend? A case of mass paranoia? Prankster? With a discount bridal gown and way too much free time? Or is she really out there? Waiting, watching, smiling. Next time you drive down Highway 99, especially near midnight, watch the shoulder. Keep your doors locked. If you see her, whatever you do, don't smile back. Liked that one. Or should I say, survived it. Hit that like button, like you're smashing a haunted mirror. Well, don't relax just yet, because this next legend, it's not about a ghostly woman on a highway. It's about a place. A town that no one can find on a map. One that appears when you're lost and disappears when you try to return. It's about a place. A town that no GPS can find. One that shows up when you're lost, disappears when you try to return. It sounds like the setup to a Stephen King novel, right? But ask around long enough in old diner parking lots, truck stops, or online forums, you really shouldn't be an and, you'll start hearing whispers. People call it different names. Some call it Derringer, others say it's Gray Pines or just the Turn. But everyone agrees on one thing. It only shows up when you don't mean to find it. So here's how it usually starts. You're driving late at night. Your phone's dead. Of course, your car's GPS hasn't been updated since Obama's first term. You take the wrong exit thinking, it's fine, I'll find my way back. I'm a grown adult. Famous last words. Suddenly, the road gets narrow. Real narrow. Like, why does this feel like I'm driving through someone's backyard narrow? And boom, out of nowhere you roll into a little town, streetlights glowing soft yellow, mom-pop shops with hand-painted signs, and that one creepy general store that somehow sells everything, but has no cashier. Let me tell you about Jake, college kid from Reno. He was heading back from a camping trip in the Sierras. Missed a turn, kept driving. Suddenly there it was. A welcome sign that read, "Now entering Pine Hollow, population 193. Except, Google said no such town existed. Jake thought it was charming. The town looked like a movie set from the 1950s, minus the serial killers. Old cars, paperboy on a bike, people waving but not blinking. Like it all? Creepy, but hey, they smiled. He stopped at a diner, had the best grilled cheese of his life. It's paid in cash because the register didn't take cards from the future. Cute joke, right? He left, swore he'd come back with friends. Plot twist. He never found that town again. Here's the freaky part. People try to go back. They screenshot coordinates, pin the location, even leave breadcrumbs like they're Hansel and Gretel. Nothing. The roads loop, signs vanish. Sometimes the road just ends, like it was never connected to anything. One guy named Travis posted this online. I walked 2 miles into what I thought was the same area. Same trees, same road, even the same weird smell like old wood and burnt pancakes. But there was nothing, just forest. Like the town folded itself up and walked away. Let's rewind a bit. Remember the creepy part about people not blinking? Here's more. The dogs don't bark, they watch. The clocks in town never change. It's always stuck at 2:17. There are no birds. None. Not even a dead one. And everyone's miles just a little too wide. One traveler said he looked through a window and saw a family sitting around a dinner table. Just sitting, not eating, not moving, just smiling, like they were posing for a Norman Rockwell painting forever. People who live, if they can't say there's one rule, you don't talk to the old man at the gas station. Don't ask him questions. Don't take anything from him. Don't even look at him too long, because if you do, you wake up back in the town. It's like it puts you back on purpose. Like it knows. You notice something you shouldn't have. Some folks think it's a government experiment. Test town, hidden behind some glitch in reality. Others say it's purgatory. It's a place where you go when your fate isn't decided yet. One theory on Reddit said the town was built on a burial ground for forgotten ideas. Like the place where every canceled cartoon, discontinued snack, and broken GPS signal go to die. Honestly, that would explain the gas station still selling Crystal Pepsi. Oh, and just when you thought it couldn't get worse. Multiple people not connected said this. There's always a house at the edge of town, painted green, 2 floors. Porch swing creaking even without wind. And every time you look at the second-story window, she's there. A woman in a nightgown, staring out, never moving. But if you stare long enough, her head tilts, slowly. And yeah, guess what? She's smiling too. Let me leave you with this one. A man named Kenny, late 40s, Uber driver, got a ping for a pickup off a back road. He drove out there, thought he was in the wrong spot until he rolled into a cute little town. Same diner, same gas station, same smiley people. He picked up a woman named Agnes. Didn't say much, smiled a lot. She got in the back seat and said, "Take me home." Problem was, the app never updated. No location, no map. So Kenny asked, "Where's home?" Agnes leaned in and whispered, "You're already there." He swears he blacked out. Woke up 3 hours later on the side of the highway. Phone was dead, back seat was empty. And the weirdest part, his Uber rating went up. So next time you're driving through back roads and see a town that looks a little too perfect, maybe don't stop. Don't eat the grilled cheese, don't ask for directions, and whatever you do, don't look at the woman in the window, because the next story is not about a town or a road, it's about a statue. One that only reacts when you lie, and when it reacts, its eyes turn red. So yeah, you made it out of the ghost town, high five. You survived the highway lady with a soul-eating smile. You escaped the town that ghosts itself off Google Maps, but now we're going somewhere a little different. Somewhere you can visit, but probably shouldn't, because this story isn't about a place that disappears. It's about a place that's always there, just watching. In the moment you lie, it knows. There's a statue in a small Midwestern town. Let's call it Wilbourn, Illinois. Population, small, vibes, off. Locals call her Truth Mary, and she's been standing in the town square since the early 1900s. The legend goes like this. If you stand in front of Mary's statue and tell a lie, her eyes turn red. Not like a little maybe they glisten in the sunlight thing. No. I'm talking full-on demonic lead, icy your soul, red. Sounds ridiculous, right? But ask anyone from Wilbourn. They won't laugh. In fact, they'll warn you. So let's talk about Derek. Derek was a high school junior with a YouTube channel, a dirt bike, and zero impulse control. He and his buddies filmed dumb videos all the time, jumping off sheds, chugging hot sauce, faking alien sightings, you know, the usual route to early brain damage. One night, they dared Derek to go up to Truth Mary and lie to her on camera. Simple enough, right? He walks up to the statue, puts on his best influencer voice, says, "I've never cheated on a test." Cue awkward laughter from his friends. Then one of them goes, "Bro, her eyes. Look at her eyes." They weren't glowing like a light bulb. They were just red, deep, pulsing. Impossible to look away red. The camera caught it. But when they watched the footage back, her eyes were normal. And Derek, he didn't come to school the next day or the next week. He transferred. No one ever found out why. The last thing he ever posted online. It knows. No emojis, no hashtags, just that. People in Wilbourn take the statue seriously. Like, weirdly seriously. There's a list of don'ts posted on a wooden sign near the base of the statue. Don't visit after dark. Don't lie out loud. Don't try to touch her face. Don't bring children under 7. And whatever you do, don't dare someone else to lie. That's how the curse spreads. Yeah, not suspicious at all, right? Now this one's wild. A woman from Chicago, we'll call her Monica, visited Wilbourn while on a weekend road trip. She loved weird stuff, and Truth Mary popped up on a creepiest things in the Midwest blog. She thought it was kitschy. Took selfies with the statue, even posted a video mocking the legend. Oh, new spooky statue, gonna find out I'm lying. I never drink wine on weekdays. I totally floss every night. Ha ha ha. 2 days later, Monica called her sister screaming. Said she woke up with her eyes glowing red in the mirror. Obviously, her sister didn't believe her, till Monica sent a picture. Guess what? Eyes looked totally normal in the photo. But in every reflection, in mirrors, windows, her phone screen, red. She deleted her social media, vanished online. And her apartment still has all the mirrors covered in towels. So what's the deal? Is it just mass hysteria, small town gossip? Some think it's a psychological trick, that the statue's eyes reflect traffic lights or taillights at the right angle. Sure, sounds reasonable, till you hear about the people who tried to destroy her. A group of local teens again. Teens are always the problem, tried to chip away at the statue one night. Guess how far they got? To hits with a hammer. Then their car wouldn't start. Their phones all glitched out. And one kid swore Mary's mouth moved and whispered, "You lie even to yourself." Okay, that's therapy level creepy. The statue itself is actually beautiful. Marble, 6 feet tall, arms open like she's welcoming you. But that face, blank, calm, except for the eyes. They're carved deeper, like someone scraped emotion into them, and at night, even if it's pitch black, locals say you can feel them. It's like she's watching through closed lids. One more for the road. There's a story about a little boy who visited the statue with his class. He was the only one who didn't talk during the field trip. Not a word. The teacher thought he was just shy. The boy told his mom later, "I didn't want her to hear my lie." His mom asked, "What lie, sweetie?" He looked up at her and said, "That I'm still alive." She thought it was just a weird kid thing, until she found a death certificate in her attic. With his name, dated 3 years before he was born. So maybe it's just a statue. A creepy local story passed down to keep kids from lying. Or maybe it's something else, something that listens, judges and waits patiently for that one tiny lie to slip out. Next time you see a statue with those blank marble eyes, don't test it. Don't joke, and whatever you do, don't lie. So, ... A smiling woman on the highway. A town that doesn't want to be found. And a statue that knows when you lie. 3 different stories. 3 different warnings. But they all have one thing in common. The moment you think it's just a story, that's when it finds you. If you've made it this far, congrats. You're either incredibly brave or already cursed. Either way, I hope you'll stick around for the next one. Hit that like button if you enjoy long, creepy tales with just enough truth to keep you up at night. Drop a comment if you've got a local legend in your area. We might just feature it in a future episode. And of course, subscribe to FrightNote so you never miss what's hiding in the dark. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious. And if something smiles at you for no reason, don't smile back.